This is a big question we get a lot. Index annuities versus CDs for retirement. Let's get right into it. Now, why do people compare these two financial instruments? Well, reason being is they both feel conservative, right? When the stock market goes negative, you don't lose money in a CD account. You also don't lose money in the index annuity because they both focus on protection of principal, right? People aren't doing CD accounts to get a very high rate of return. They're not going to get the 10, 15, 20%. Same thing when it comes to index annuity, but they're doing it so that you don't lose 5, 10, 15, 20% when the stock market decides to go negative. Also, both are definitely used near retirement or in retirement. Yes, younger people do like to use CDs, but they tend to be for lump sum of money, people putting away 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, really taking advantage of that principal protection. But how exactly do CDs work? Let's go over the understanding first. You really are locking in a fixed interest rate for a specific amount of time. You know, banks really advertise 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. I've seen CDs up to 5 years, but it's a fixed rate of return. You're not going to get more, you're not going to get less. You're going to get the interest rate that you and the bank agree upon. But more importantly, your money's not going to fluctuate with the market either, right? So if you get, let's say, for example, a 1 year CD account for 5%, well, your money's not going to go down, it's not going to go up, it's going to ignore what the stock market does. You're simply going to get a 5% rate of return in your CD account. Also, be careful with CDs, right? If you do access the money earlier, like the example I used, a 1 year CD, if you access the funds before the 1 year, you're typically going to have to give up on the interest that you accrued in that CD account. Well, how about the other side? You know, how do index annuities differ from CD accounts? Because they do sound pretty darn similar, but there are some key differences. The first one is potential higher growth because it's tied to an index, specifically the most popular being the S&P 500. I've seen index annuities get credited up to 10%, 12%, some up to 15%. I've seen some do 20% depending on how that index annuity is structured and how it's getting credited against a specific index. But also protection against market losses, right? If the stock market decides to go negative, you do not lose money in the index annuity. But also understand long-term planning focus. Okay. What's great about CDs is you get 6 month, 1 year, 2 years. Index annuities, you're typically looking at a 5 year, 7 year, 10 year agreement with the company. But when does each one make sense, right? Because it's not that one is better than other. You have to understand when one deserves its spot versus the other. Timing. Once again, CDs are for short term, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. Index annuities are typically for long term financial planning. Think 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years. 10 years is actually the most popular that our clients move forward with because they're thinking long term, right? It's retirement, maybe in their 50s and 60s. They're not looking to access the money within the next 5, 7, 10 years. So index annuity works really well. And more importantly, that time horizon, that's what matters definitely the most when it comes to a CD versus index annuity. Okay, so the big takeaway, CDs prioritize certainty, short term. Index annuities are really focused on balance, protection, and growth. The right choice really depends on your timing and goals. I've worked with many clients where we do both. Let's do a CD account on a portion, your short term. Let's also do index annuity. Let's keep some money in the stock market. Remember, it all depends on what you're looking to do. This is where we come in is we could customize and tailor a financial plan based on your needs, not necessarily what the internet's telling you. Okay. So if you have additional questions, request my free educational guide, Smart Growth and Safe Returns. It does talk about the fundamentals of index annuities, but I appreciate you connecting. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button today. And if you're ready to take the next steps, feel free to schedule a discovery meeting with Core Financial Partners. Until next time, take care and keep building smart.